Sound rolling.
Set.
And action.
I spent a lot of time hiding. Being alone. Being still.
The moment we started writing it in 2017 January, and it's now 18 months later. So this whole project allows the audience to be involved. It's almost like a new form of storytelling, as the viewer becomes like a contributing part of that story construction. They're not controlling in the way of one would with a computer game, but their physiological responses becomes part of that construction.
Economic terrorists, outliers, and I have been used to.
A maker can retain directorial control over a story while giving up editorial control, and that gives that creativity over to the audience. Even although each viewing is completely different, the overarching story remains intact. And we asked people to tell back what the message was, and they all get it pretty much spot on.
You can see it in their eyes. Like their minds being hacked out.
My dad had that look.
The beauty of the caravan is that one person's controlling the film, but then you have the option of having, up to 5 audience members in here experiencing it.
It's a great immersive, intimate space, but the one thing it does have is there's a limit to how many people can go through it. It works really well as almost like an advert for like larger scale experiences. So we've tried out a few different types of screenings. We've done some double bills, we've done smaller audiences, some like packed audiences, and what we're finding is everyone wants to see the film again. That is like universal. Either as a controller or if they've controlled, want to watch somebody else's version of the film. We're planning to build an online archive of all the films that have been made, and everyone that I've spoken to said that that's something they would be interested in. My background is trained as an illustrator. I worked as a performer, as a painter, as a designer in theatre, as a filmmaker, as a creative technologist as well, and then I've moved into research now. All these different disciplines merge together to create new work. So during the making of this film, we've engaged with people who are directors of photography, who are sound artists, musicians, actors from theatre, actors from film. So it's bringing together lots of different disciplines, and we're all working differently than we would on a normal film to different extents. The filmmakers are engaging with their practice in a different way. Artists that I've been working with, filmmakers who have told me it's completely changed their concept of what film is.
For the musicians that we were working with, they've produced 3 hours of music, and they're actually talking about pressing the track
onto vinyl, yeah. We've also had a lot of interest from directors and filmmakers that want to make movies or make experiences for this system. It's been an amazing response from our premiere at Shgeffield Doc Fest, but also in the previews. in Nottingham at Lakeside Arts and at Fact in Liverpool. The feedback's been overwhelmingly positive from industry professionals, from members of the general public, from students, editors and directors that are from a much older generation still seeing it and saying, oh, this just seems like a normal film. And that was one of the intentions, to make something that when you view it, it seems indistinguishable from something that would be edited. But actually it's been created on the fly by somebody's brainwaves and brain response to what they're seeing.
This one's yours.
It's an interactive film. It's very close to maybe a video game, perhaps, in terms of the general public understanding it. So it's interesting that it's still got quite an equal gender split.
And I think age-wise as well, it's really had a big reach.
There is no higher authority than the frogs, and we are their manifestation. There are some that say it is not real, that it is a fake reality.
Press interest that we've had in this has been quite wide. We've had articles written in quite a few different languages. We've had the BBC, Sky News, the Associated Press have been down, so it's gaining a lot of interest.
There's a tour that's planned for 2018-2019, so the Caravan and the Moment will keep touring around the UK, possibly internationally. And we're also thinking of showing it to larger audiences, so there's maybe 2 or 3 viewings back to back with one controller and a live score.
After the Caravan leaves, how can people continue to engage with the story? And I think that will be something that could be carried over to new narratives, and that's something that's inherent to this system. Our next stage is to try and make this sustainable, so to get the business plan in order so that it can become autonomous and go out while we continue working on developing the technology, but also the artistic content.